Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is still Saturday, August 3rd, 2024. I wanted to come on and do a second video because there seems to be a developing situation in the Middle East, and I wanted to show you some information I found about it, and we'll see if the tarot cards have any further insights or information for us. Okay, so I'm going to the share screen, which hopefully YouTube will allow to remain up, but I'll go fast just in case they don't, so you don't have to look at a gray blackout thing too long. There is apparently some open source information that's available to people. People have made a correlation between the fact that there is a huge uptick of pizza deliveries to the Pentagon when they're burning the midnight oil and nobody's going home. At the same time, there are very popular clubs and bars on the Beltway commuter system that don't have the traffic they normally do when they're burning the midnight oil. And so this was noted by Real Ben Giller last night, and he posted some information showing the business popular times for that it was low in some of these locations. Now, in the past, Wikipedia actually had a pizza meter page that's been taken down, but you can still, by looking to see the traffic patterns, just as a potential customer for a business, you can see what's going on. He just simply looked at numerous ones and said, uh-oh, looks like they're getting lots of pizza at the Pentagon and they're working late. So I thought that was interesting, and I thought you would like that information about open source. We have it too. I mean, think of it in a mild, everyday fashion. When there's a blizzard warning, people go to the stores and stock up on milk and bread, and so you can see the traffic kind of is indicative of what's going on around us. But we're talking about the Pentagon here, so I thought that was kind of interesting that Friday they were burning the midnight oil, and then today we see that the Pentagon has decided to send the USS Abraham Lincoln Carrier Strike Group to the Middle East. Now let's factor some other things in that's going on in the Middle East. In Israel, the airport has been closed. Okay, and this commenter on the platform X said, I was told some time ago that we would know when World War III was starting when Israel's Ben Gurion airport was closed down. The Israeli cabinet just ordered the closure of the BG airport. Take this seriously. That's what they said. Now, I did find one person that claimed that this was due to a hacking, a cyber attack on their systems there, but they also have incoming flights have been canceled by major airlines. So Israel is not having a lot of traffic in and out, and they seem to be in conflict right now with the country of Iran. And hopefully, my meddling country won't get involved in this. I look forward to the day when a lot of these three-letter agencies have been dismantled and retired. Thank you for your service, go away. And we stop meddling in affairs that shouldn't concern us. And so I'm looking forward to that. But we're not quite there yet. As evidenced by that carrier group going over to the Middle East. So let's just ask the universe for insights and information. Is there cause for genuine concern about this development of the U.S. strike force being sent to the Middle East, the Israeli airport being closed, and the uptick in Pentagon activity Friday night where they were burning the midnight oil and people didn't go home? So let's see if we can take those data points and see what the universe wants us to know. Obviously, there's activity going on there. There's events, but is there cause for true concern? That's where my question is, plus insights and information. I'm going to change the camera. You can watch me work with the cards and we'll find out together what the universe wants us to know about this developing situation in the Middle East. Okay, is there cause for genuine concern about these data points. The Pentagon burning the midnight oil on Friday, the carrier group being sent to the Middle East, the Israeli airport being closed. And so I'm talking about global concern here. I want to be clear for the universe, global concern. Because obviously in the little country of Israel, if innocent people are in harm's way, they're going to be concerned. Absolutely. You know, they don't want to be collateral damage. Who does? But let's say, is there cause for global concern? Okay, we have the Eight of Cups, Two of Swords, Ten of Cups, King of Cups, Ten of Swords, Queen of Swords, lots of swords, and the Ace of Wands. So we do have, there is some cause for global concern about this developing situation. We have a hard yes with the Ace of Wands. Okay, now let's take a look at this. So while there is a cause for concern and global concern, so beyond the borders of Israel and Iran, there is some cause for concern here. We're getting told that the situation with the Eight of Cups is kind of a turning point. So they are at a turning point, which we, observing from the outside, can contribute some good energy to having this be as least impactful in a negative way as possible for innocent civilians and elected official shenanigans. Okay, and it does look like they're kind of in a little bit of a holding pattern, and there's a readiness element to this, which is fine. You need to be ready to have contingency plans for handling issues and what things that can develop, absolutely. But I'm seeing from the cards here, they're saying it could go a couple of ways. So the nudge I'm getting to remind you how important it is to picture things having a positive outcome, best possible outcome, and what have you. That's going to be impactful on this situation. Okay. Now, the recent past, it looks a little odd since I'm saying yes, there's cause for concern because we have the Ten of Cups. I think this is kind of relating to the fact that when Netanyahu, who just got home on the 30th of July from his trip to the United States, I think they had some, like I said, when I did the reading on him, I felt like he kind of had got called on the carpet and doesn't have the backing that he had hoped. So I think that's going on here so that we can celebrate about that he came here hoping for more support that he ended up leaving with. Absolutely. And I think that is due to the fact that we have a different commander-in-chief from our chief executive. So that's good. That's good news for us. Okay. King of Cups is always very much, now he can be tricky. Okay. He can perpetuate frauds and what have you. But as far as advice goes for a situation like this, what he's saying is don't get emotionally involved. Don't get distracted. Okay. If there's something happening in the Middle East, what don't they want you to know about? Now, my personal thought is, even with stuff like this, they're really trying to draw attention away from some of the financial changes and upheavals that are going on in our world as the fiat dollar continues to implode. But that's just Laura's view. Okay. And, but this is always good advice. Don't get emotionally caught up. Okay. And claim your power to have an effect. Remember, if just observing a situation changes it, think of the power of observing it and saying, I consent to having a peaceful resolution here. I consent and provide energy only to the best possible, peaceful, positive outcome. So claim your power, guys, and don't let the tail wag the dog. Okay, near future, we are coming up on some loss of life as a result of the conflict going on there. It is, again, something we should be concerned about because we good humans should always be concerned when human life has been poorly honored and respected and has become some sort of a gambit in the war machine. Okay, and make no doubt about it, it is a war machine. Okay, the companies end up that make our armaments and what have you, they sell to both sides. And yeah, so don't get caught up in it. But some people are, there's going to be some collateral damage. The Queen of Swords for our top insight card is just telling us, again, clear thinking, control your emotions, clear thinking as we go through this, okay? And again, wait till you have some truth and facts in front of you. Don't just take the mainstream narrative for facts or casualty counts, things like that. They may not be anywhere near what we're told. It depends on what they're trying to distract us from and what kind of sentiment they are trying to use propaganda to get us to feel. So we should absolutely love and concern innocent life and be concerned and be picturing peaceful resolutions. And again, just not letting ourselves, don't let the tail wag the dog. Can't say that often enough. Okay, this is a good card showing up for additional insights. We have the Nine of Swords and we have the King of Wands. So our final insights on this are, while there is some cause for concern, there's not nearly as much as they're going to try to pretend there is. And there is some good, wise leadership that is stepping in and trying to get the situation to resolve positively and beautifully. So that's good. Very, very good. Okay. Let's recap. We looked at the fact that on Friday night, just yesterday, by when I make this video, on Friday night, there was a huge uptick in pizza deliveries to the Pentagon. And there was a lot of elbow room at popular watering holes on the commuting route out of the Pentagon, which is what's called open source intelligence, and kind of leads us to say they're burning the midnight oil here. And there's usually a big reason for that happening. So the pizza meter is actually a fairly valid way of kind of noticing when there's events that are and chess pieces being moved. Then this morning, there was an announcement that a carrier group from the US is being sent to the Middle East. And as I make this video, the BG airport in Israel has been shut down. And there's lots of incoming flights that have also been canceled. So not just outgoing, but incoming has been, because apparently there is just a lot of unrest and potential for events going on in that region. So we asked the universe, is there reason for global concern? Now, obviously local, yes. If you're in a country with that kind of conflict, you've got cause for concern. But how about those of us on other areas of this plane of existence that are hearing about this? Is there cause for concern? And we got a big yes, there is cause for concern. However, it doesn't seem to be huge concern, like a global type of event concern, which is good. Always try to include the good news in with this too. Okay, there's just a turning point going on with the relations between Israel and other countries, in particular Iran right now. And that is kind of bringing this to where it's at as far as the situation. Looks like it could go one of two ways. And just reminded viewers, we have some power to affect events by what we contribute our energy towards and the intentions that we put on that energy. And so just remember, an event is changed by just being observed. So think of the power of not just observing, but saying, hey, I want the energy I'm giving to this and attention I'm giving, because attention is energy, to this situation to go towards the best possible peaceful outcome. Use your power, claim it and use it. Absolutely. I did have a feeling that in the recent past, Mr. Netanyahu, we can be happy because he apparently didn't make the connections and get the support he was seeking in his recent trip to the US. Okay, we were advised to currently I said, look to a variety of information outlets to get information. Don't just listen to the MSM. They're going to, if it suits the narrative or the climate that they're trying to foster to elevate casualty counts, things like that, they will. So get your news from a variety of sources, including your favorite tarot readers. There's several of us that are really pretty good that cover current events. And then in the near future, unfortunately, there is going to be some loss of life going on with this. And that was kind of hard for me to see, but I tell you what I see. Now, what I also saw was, while there is some cause for concern, there's not nearly as much as the mainstream is going to try to tell you there is. No surprise there, right? And that there is some good, wise leadership that is involved in this event or events to keep them as non-catastrophic as possible. So not nearly as much to worry about as the mainstream will lead you to believe. And just know that there are there's some good people out there, or good white hats out there, that really aren't invested in keeping the war machine going and fed. And that's wonderful to see. So that's it for this video. And like I said, since it is a developing situation, I didn't want to hold this video off till tomorrow. I'll get it out tonight so you can have that advice to don't let the tail wag the dog. Contributing some energy to peaceful resolutions and safety of innocent life throughout it all, no matter where that life is. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for your time and attention and viewership. Appreciate each and every one of you. Until next time, if you're willing to receive it, I hope you are. I send you love and light, and I wish everything bright for you, including the brightest, best possible situation resolution in the Middle East that we could ever dream of. Bye.